Ross Colhardt states that the FAA had no idea that the UFOs were actually flying over Jersey. Listen.
There was no FAA authorization of any kind for this kind of extensive operation.
The reason I have to cover this in so much detail is because I just made a video covering this in so much detail. So, here's a quick recap in case you missed it. Essentially, Trump came out trying to figure out why Biden wasn't talking specifically about the drones over New Jersey, so he had his team look into Biden's term, specifically went out and then told Caroline Leavitt to come out and tell the world this. Essentially, the FAA did, yes, approve the drone flights over New Jersey. They were flying for testing as well as other various purposes. Those purposes were never spoken about. But then quickly after that, the Pentagon literally came out in front of press and stated the fact that there was no idea where the drones or UFOs literally came from that were flying over New Jersey. They had no idea. And somebody else popped up into this situation and claimed that there was a mothership literally off the shores of New Jersey that were releasing these things into our atmosphere and airspace. But the Pentagon literally turned around and said, nope, that's not correct. Then they stated that the drones were not U.S. military drones, and they stated they were not other countries' drones. Classic. But they did leave out one small spot.
That these are American drones? U.S. military drones?
These are not U.S. military drones.
Did you notice that she jumped right over the fact that they're not American drones, but went straight to they're not U.S. military drones? So they're American drones. And if they weren't American drones, we would have blasted them out of the sky. They're American drones. But Ross Colhardt has something different to say.
There was no FAA authorization of any kind for this kind of extensive operation. And moreover, the kind of objects that people were seeing and are seeing to this day are reportedly anomalous. They are operating without any visible means of propulsion. There's no propellers, there's no turbines, there's not even a heavy noise that implies that there's an engine doing any kind of work to keep these large SUV-sized objects in the air. They remain a mystery, and it's heartening to hear the Vice President of the United States state that he would like to get to the bottom of that mystery.
I'm going to have to make another video on this topic still to clarify a lot more of what Ross Colhardt said, but at the same time, what the is they trying to pull? Who the heck's lying? They're doing exactly what they want to do, which is confuse the consumer. You know what? The Pentagon still to this day has yet to come out and tell the people that there is anything that is remotely out of this world technology. The Pentagon still to this day has not stated that. They will not come clean. But when we have everybody else who even under oath has admitted stuff, so now I'm confused, but they're winning. I'm going to stick with what the Pentagon said, which is they are American drones because they're not any otherworldly, because we would have blasted them out of the sky, and you'd be like, oh, we can't shoot UFOs out of the sky. Well, Biden did. He did. Remember that? Don't forget about that. It ended up in Alaska waters, and then they claimed that they couldn't find it. Bullshit. Okay? So we can, and we did. So fight me.